Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Alghifari from class 03 SIGP 003 Pamulang University. Here I will explain about design features of human language in linguistics. Do you know about design features of human language in linguistics? Or have been you hear about the design features of human language in linguistics? Okay, this is design features of human language in linguistics. According to Charles Hackett, design features are a set of features that characterize human language and set it apart from animal communication. It points out that human language has certain design features that no system of animal communication possesses. The features of human language are as follows. 1. Duality. Duality is fundamental language phenomenon consisting of the use of combination of a small number of meaningless elements to produce a large number of meaningful elements. The fact that language contains two subsystems, they are sounds and meanings. In this way, language achieves a basic economy because a discrete number of functional units of sounds can be grouped and regrouped into units of meaning. And then these units of meaning group and regroup into an infinite number of sentences. The permissible groupings are sometimes called tactical arrangements. Phonotactic arrangements when they refer to the possible sequence of sounds, and syntactic arrangements when they refer to the possible sequence of meaning. Language shows the duality of structure involving two levels of structure. For example, one cannot say P, U, or T have a meaning, but the combination put does. Therefore, words can be broken apart into chunks. Those chunks may or may not have meaning. However, they are extremely useful to form new words. 2 is productivity. This feature refers to the fact that language users can create and understand novel utterance. Humans are able to produce an unlimited amounts of utterance. Language is not stagnant, but it is constantly changing. This is one of characteristics of human language to be creative to use language. For example, the past tense affix ed in English is productive, in that any new verb will be automatically assigned this past tense form. And then 3 is arbitrariness. There is almost no predictability in many of its characteristics, and there is almost never any connection between a word's meanings and its sounds or forms, sounds and symbol. For example, the word car is nothing like an actual car. Spoken words are really nothing like the objects they represent. And another example, ball in English and bola in Indonesia. For people who have already seen what a ball looks like, the icon of a ball does not have an arbitrary relation with its meaning ball. 4 is interchangeability. Interchangeability refers to the idea that humans can give and receive identical linguistic signals. Humans are not limited in the type of message they can say or hear. When humans speak or signs, it is generally intentional. Any human being can be both a producer and receiver of message. All language users can both transmit and receive a message. The importance is that a speaker can physically create and all messages regardless of their truth or relations to the speaker. In other words, anything that one can hear, one can also say. An example of non-specialized communication is dog painting. 5 is displacement. Displacement is one of the features that separates human language from other forms of primate communication. For instance, human language allows language users to talk about the past event, future event, or present event. They can also talk about that are physically distant, such as other countries, the moon, and others. In short, language users or speakers are able to use their language to talk anything they want. 6 is specialization. Specialization refers to the narrowing of choices that characterize an emergent grammatical construction. The lexical meaning of a grammaticalizing features decrease in scope, so that in time the features conveys a generalized grammatical meaning. For example of specialization are deer, which originally had a general meaning animal, girl, which means originally a young person, and meat, whose original meaning was food. We say that narrowing takes place when a word comes to revert to only part of the original meaning. 7 is cultural or traditional transmission. It means that humans' language is not something that is newly born, but it is transmitted from one generation to another generation. Although language users were born with the ability to learn language, they must acquire their mother tongue from other speakers around them. 8 is discreteness. Language signals are composed of basic unit sounds. These units can be classified into distinct categories. These basic units can be put in varying order to represent different meanings. The change in meanings is abrupt and rarely continuous. For example, language users perceive a sound as a P or a B, but not as a blend. 9 is reflexiveness. In these features, humans can use the language to talk about language which involves ability to speak of abstract things. The language used to describe language is usually called metalanguage. 10. Semanticity. Semanticity means that specific signals can be matched with specific meaning. This is a fundamental aspect of our communication system. Therefore, whatever language users utter, it will deliver specific meaning. For example, in French, the word sel means a white, crystalline substance consisting of sodium and chlorine atoms. The same substance is matched with the English word salt. Person who is a speaker of this language will recognize that the signal sal or salt refers to the substance sodium chloride. And the last is prevarication. Prevarication is the ability to lie or deceive. When using language, humans can make false or meaningless statements. Speakers not only use language to tell the truth, but also they sometimes create mistakes or incorrect information to others by using language. The all above is about design features of human language in linguistics. It can be concluded that no system of optimal communication has all the features of human language. Particularly, lacking are the duality features so central to human language and the productivity feature, which allows a human speakers the infinite use of finite mean. Maybe that's all I can explain. I hope all the explanations that I convey can be usable for all of us. I do apologize if there's any mistakes. See you on the next video, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.